What is going on, world? What's up, YouTube? It's Zero here. Today I'm bringing you guys a brand new episode of the Directed by Josh Wentz show, and let's get into it. We're going to be talking here, guys, about The Nun. So, The Nun, guys, obviously, they've announced a new one at CinemaCon 2023, and I got to tell you, was not a massive fan of The Nun when it first came out, even though there was a lot of hype, a lot of excitement, because obviously Volek, I believe is what the demon's name was, from The Conjuring. What a terrifying figure in, The Conjuring. And yes, it was scary in The Nun for sure, but I just thought that it was just a step in the wrong direction. I just feel like so many of these, whether it's a horror franchise, whether it's a sci-fi franchise, a comedy franchise, whatever it is, a lot of times we find that they start milking these franchises for all that they're worth, and a lot of times you end up getting entries that aren't that great. Now, I will say that Annabelle, I thought was a decent spin-off in the Conjuring universe. Annabelle Creation was good. There was one of the Annabelles, I forget which one it was, but not all of them have been great. There have been some massive misses when it comes to that, and even with The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It, I was not a massive fan of that one, even though I was super excited about it. I think that if you don't have a great horror director creating these movies, like James Wan is, it's not going to be as good. It's not going to feel as good. And that's why I think that with The Nun, obviously I'm excited because it's another movie in the Conjuring universe, but my expectation is not that high for it because of what we saw in the previous Nun movie that came out. Even though The Nun is terrifying, in terms of the demon, I don't think that there's nothing really, at least in my mind, that I'm really looking forward to this one. Do I think it needs to exist in the Conjuring universe? Not really. I think The Crooked Man would have been kind of cool to see what they did with that, but they're continuing The Nun. And I get it. Look, these movies, they are making tons and tons of money for the studios. So I totally understand why they're doing it, but I don't know. I'm all for horror movies. Horror movies are my passion when it comes to, creating, my own films. I love horror movies, horror short films. I think that these are awesome. I think you can create so much on such a small budget with horror movies. And we see that from like Blumhouse and all these other studios out there that are taking that business model. But I'm hoping that it's going to be, great. I hope it's absolutely awesome. But I think a lot of it's going to come down to, the cast, the director, and the vision that they have, moving forward for this sub-series in the overarching franchise that is The Conjuring. But let me know what you guys think about it in the comment section down below. You guys excited about the Nun sequel, continuation? Let me know what you guys think, and let's have a real conversation about it.